Welcome faculty, staff, and administration. I'm Cynthia Wooten and thank you for joining me today. Let's get started creating the future of learning. First of all, let's take a moment and ask ourselves, where exactly is the field of education headed? We are rapidly entering a new era in which our economy, institutions, and societal structures are ever changing at an extremely rapid pace. This new era promises to change learning dramatically, affecting the ways education prepares learners and the reasons individuals pursue learning in the first place. So what do? We take action. As a staff, let's take action starting today to prepare our students for new ways of learning, working, and living that can help ensure their future success. The Learning 2025 forecast will help us unlock doors and address our problems. This report will assist us as educational leaders and innovators in identifying and exploring new ways to create new opportunities that will benefit all students. Of course, we do not know how the future of learning will unfold, but we can definitely shape it in ways that will work more or less for every learner. How can we do this? We can all act as agents of change by using foresight to guide our strategic choices today. The 5 new agents of learning that will help create the future of learning include assessment designer, community intelligence cartographer, eduvator, learning fitness instructor, and learning journey mentor. As we explore each of these, feel free to unleash your imagination and examine new possibilities for learning while considering what role you might play in shaping the future of learning. Assessment designer. Their role is to use social networks and insights into cognitive functioning. They can create appropriate methods for evaluating media literacy, learning discovery journeys, sociological encounters, and other innovative instruction. To simplify, they develop approaches and tools to evaluate and communicate learner performance. Sandra Barnes is an assessment designer and she will give us an overview of her work. Let's take a look.
I work mostly in the informal education group, while some of my colleagues focus on formal learning environments for young people, while others focus on the workplace and continuing education groups. Right now, I'm working with a few clients that organize state and national youth challenges, designing an assessment system that would allow them to show what skills participants are learning as they compete. We're refining a digital system that allows the participants to earn badges as they go along.
Barnes mentioned creating badges. These are online records of achievements that can support connected learning environments by motivating learning and signaling achievement. Community intelligence cartographers are agents responsible for tapping the collective intelligence of the local community. They leverage social networking strategies and mobility, which is the ability to develop swarms and smart mobs, to identify emerging learning opportunities in the community, organize community members for educational purposes, and locate important community resources. I'm going to share with you a video clip of Andrew Lee, who is a community intelligence cartographer. He explains the major impact that these agents create and the challenges they face.
But the biggest impact we create is helping the region function as a learning ecosystem. We've become an important tool for community and regional leaders who make decisions about issues like healthcare, schools, social services, the environment. We help them realize how these decisions will affect learning. One of our biggest challenges is convincing local agencies and organizations to open their data and make it public. People are still protective about their data. We try to show them what they'll gain from letting their data become part of a big panoramic map of the regional learning ecosystem.
Eduvator. The role the Eduvator plays is identifying which innovations will be most effective for schools and how to best incorporate them. Eduvators are the faculty members responsible for building platform prototypes, experimenting with new tools, evaluating new practices, and generally exploring innovations in the education sphere. Here is a video clip of Eduvator Desmond Walker. He will share with us his biggest challenge and also his positive creation.
One of the challenges that we still find, although it is getting better now, is the relatively low amount of investment money for innovation and startups in education. One of the most positive outcomes in work like mine is the launcheduvation.org site. It's a peer mentoring and management site that provides startups in education with expert advice.
Learning fitness instructors. These specialists build and strengthen the basic cognitive, emotional, and social abilities essential to learning, like physical education, but it's for the brain. They use simulations, biofeedback, and hands-on activities to help students reduce stress, improve their mental capabilities, and learn brain-friendly nutrition. Let's hear from an expert, Olivia Rollins, who is a learning fitness instructor.
There are some big challenges around equity and how we judge performance when some kids have access to learning fitness instruction and others don't. But as for the rewards, it's amazing how kids' behavior changes once they're aware of how they can support greater levels of performance just by doing simple brain exercises. I use some biofeedback tools and software games that can show kids the difference in their performance when they become more skilled at focusing, suppressing distraction, and regulating their emotions.
Our last learning agent to help shape the future of learning is the Learning Journey Mentors. These mentors explore and co-create with their students. They work with community intelligence associations, brain fitness instructors, personal education designers, and assessment designers to plan and guide small groups of students through a learning itinerary. I will share with you a video clip of Grace Zimmerman, who is a Learning Journey Mentor. She will share with us an example of her work and her biggest challenge.
I focus on the STEM area, and that is just a set of concepts that span the STEM domain of different learners up to age about 13 or so. Just take, for instance, like climate change. That's a big concept. So I would relate that concept to bigger questions that really matter to people in the learning community. How maybe technology can help mitigate climate change. The biggest challenge is probably letting go of control and knowing exactly what's going to happen on a particular topic.
The current trends that we will discuss that lend to the credibility of this forecast are coding, collaborative learning, and mobile learning. Coding refers to a set of rules that computers understand and can take the form of numerous languages such as HTML, JavaScript, and PHP. Many educators perceive coding as a way to stimulate computational thinking. The skills required to learn coding combine deep computer science knowledge with creativity and problem solving. Code.org recently projected that by 2020, there will be 1.4 million computing jobs, but only 400,000 computer science students that will be able to fill them. To better prepare our learners from a young age, an increasing number of school leaders and technologists are making the case for embedding coding into K-12 curricula. Schools worldwide are developing coding programs in which students collaboratively design websites, develop educational games and apps, and design solutions to challenges by modeling and prototyping new products. Additionally, the advent of user-friendly tools including Raspberry Pi, Scratch, and Lego NXT is making it easier than ever for students to begin learning to code. Collaborative learning refers to students or teachers working together in peer-to-peer or group activities. Is based on the perspective that learning is a social construct. The approach involves activities that are generally focused around 4 principles. 1, placing the learner at the center. 2, emphasizing interaction. 3, working in groups. And 4, developing solutions to real problems. Collaborative learning models are proving successful in improving student engagement and achievement, especially for disadvantaged students. Educators also benefit through peer groups as they participate in professional development and interdisciplinary teaching. An added dimension to this trend is an increasing focus on global online collaboration, where digital tools are used to support interactions around curricular objectives and promote intercultural understanding. For example, students and teachers in New Zealand and Singapore are using platforms such as WhatsApp to establish an online partnership to bring forth a greater understanding and perspective of the importance of each culture to one another. Successful collaborative learning strategies encourage increased student achievement, discussion, confidence, and active learning. This has especially been noted throughout Asia. There, 17,000 students participated in the Tournament of Minds, which is a competition in its 19th year that focuses on improving collaboration skills in science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM disciplines. The program evaluates students in teams working together without adult supervision to solve a problem in one of the 4 STEM subjects. Mobile learning. For the past few years, there have been an emphasis on mobile learning, especially with the rise of the Bring Your Own Device, the BYOD movement, in learning and training. According to research in 2017, figures suggest that more than 90% of Internet users will access online content through their phones. This proves the need for mobile delivery of courses. Mobile learning represents a way to address a number of our educational problems. Devices such as smartphones and tablets enable innovation and help students, teachers, and parents gain access to digital content and personalized assessment vital for a post-industrial world. Mobile devices used in conjunction with universal 4G and 3G wireless connectivity are essential tools to improve learning for students. It's a way to provide new content and facilitate information access wherever a student is located. It enables, empowers, and engages learning in ways that transform the learning environment for students inside and outside of school. Irwin Jacobs stated, "Always on, always connected mobile devices in the hands of students has the potential to dramatically improve educational outcomes. Learning can take place anytime, anywhere, on any device." With the growing momentum of these trends, what does it mean for students, teachers, schools, and the overall education? Teachers and students' relationships are changing as they learn from each other. Teachers' roles are shifting from owners of information to facilitators and guides to learning. Educators are finding different ways of using class time. Introverted students are finding ways to participate in class discussions online. Different approaches to teaching are being used in the same class, and students are getting a global perspective. Let's take action and help our students get ready for their future. Here are some websites for you to use for future reference. If you have any questions, call, text, or email. Thanks for attending, and everyone have a great evening.